I am on my way to check out a couple of campsites, and they're on Myall Lakes in the Myall Lakes National Park, which is where I am now, and it's a beautiful spot. The thing about these campsites is they sort of faced westerly, and I thought what I'd do tonight is that I would camp at one of these spots and see if I can get a nice sunset over the lake. Now, I've never been to these places, so I'm just going to have a quick look and see what, I guess, photographic opportunities there are at each of these campgrounds, and then just pick the best one. So I've been to two. One was White Tree Campground, one was Dee's Corner. There's another campground around the corner called Mungo Brush Campground. Alright, well, I've got some decisions to make. Just go and have a look down at the foreshore and see what it's like, because that'll really determine what I do. So I'll go and have a quick look, and then we'll make a decision. Feeling I've found my sunset location. I'm actually waiting in the lake. Beautiful, beautiful old tree fallen down in the lake, pointing not quite to the sunset, but pretty close. How nice is that, eh? I can either shoot towards the sun, or I could shoot across from out here and get a great shot. I might even try both when I come out with my camera, which I'll do shortly. It's 5:35, so we've still got about hour and a half till I really need to set up for sunset. But I just thought I'd come out and do a bit of a recce now that I've set up the camp. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get out here and just really find a good spot. But it is that made me book a campground here. When I was looking through the different campgrounds, I had to look for a few, but not many of them had foreground interest. I was hoping one would have a jetty, but not so lucky. But I'll tell you what, that's pretty close. Well, it's now 6:56, we've got about 20 minutes until sunset. So I've come back to that tree, and there's a couple of black swans right in front of the tree doing their thing. So that'd be nice if I can get them in the shot as well. So I'm going to set up my composition using the tree as a leading line. Just realised I forgot my hat. Usually wear my hat so you can't see my messy hair. Anyway, things are quite good, let me say that. I'm all set up here. Tell you what I've got going on here. I've got the 0.9 soft grade, and behind that I've got the CPL to try and just dampen down the reflections from the sun on the water. I'm shooting at f11. There is a black swan out there, and every now and then he does that. I guess it's the, I don't know, the one swan move you want, which is where they hoop over with their beak into their front, and they make a, I don't know, like a handle at the front. It's like the, I don't know, what do I call it, the move, the swan move. He's done it a couple of times. I don't know how well it's going to turn out in the photo. This is just a sublime location. Loving it, absolutely loving it. So glad that I decided to camp here. The sunset's not going off amazingly, but the colour's pretty good. It's a very, very subtle salmon, but the reflections Oh wow, the reflections is what makes it. So I'm just winding down a little bit of exposure comp because I had a highlight in the water. I just want to make sure that that doesn't ruin my shot. Oh, wow, wow. This one's getting printed. Straight away I can tell. You know when you just get a keeper, you just know it. Wow, it's just coming together nicely. How good is it when a plan comes together? What have we got time wise? 6 minutes from sunset, and there's some really nice colour. There's a chance, I guess, that when sunset hits us, the colour will just go off. So let's just see what happens. But so far, pretty happy. New filter holder strapped around the tree. How's that? Well, absolutely stoked with this colour. Doesn't show up very well on this camera. You'll see it in the final photo. Things are going really well. I'm just going to hang here for about, I reckon, an hour until the light really dies, get some long exposures, because I think there's some great colour going on. Roughly my composition looks like that. I'm at f11 ISO 64. It's at 2 seconds at the moment, and I'm going to change my composition because this is roughly what my composition is. The challenge with that is, if you have a look over here, all of this here is just going to become black shadow and won't make much sense soon. But whilst that colour's up there in that sky, I don't want to move off of it. You know, some nice colour up there. I'm going to shoot here for a little bit longer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my composition so it's more just, you know, sort of down the branch, get some shots of that as well. But right now this is just looking great, absolutely fantastic. Well, that was an absolutely awesome sunset, and I'm probably looking lighter than it actually is, because this camera's really good at that. There's still some nice colour in the sky, so I'm just going to keep taking some photos. But it is going to get too dark to use this camera, so you know what to do. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and then get out there and take some photos. I'll share my final images with you right now. Check them out.
This video is proudly brought to you by the On 3 Legs VIPs, very important photographers. If you'd like to become an On 3 Legs VIP, head to patreon.com/on3legs to learn more.